I guess the things we aim at to kind of create these stunning moments. I guess there's a number of things, but I've got five that might be sort of useful just to talk about. The first one is this idea of how do we create some elegant choreography? So how do we link things elegantly together so actually it feels seamless, it looks amazing, it feels natural, etc. So one of the phrases that we always use is the art of the invisible, which is a really, really sort of powerful idea that we've tried to build into some of the services that we've designed. So a really great example of this is we worked with some time ago now, but we worked with Virgin Atlantic, and we were looking at defining their first class. Part of that first class experience was you get picked up in a limo, you get taken to a specific drop off location. And one of the things that was quite sort of challenging about that is that what you want to have done is picked up for your home, sat in a beautiful car, go through to a beautiful lounge, get escorted to your a wonderful seat on your flight, and then be able to kind of take off completely seamlessly. The big thing that was getting in the way was the fact that you had to do all of the operational stuff. So we were one of the first, or Virgin were one of the first sort of brands to be able to allow you to check in en route in the car, to be able to kind of specify your preferences for your meal, etc. in the car. So actually the car ride was a lot more about specifying, sort of curating the experience that you were about to have, choosing your dinner options. But the one that I just love completely is as you drove into the sort of dedicated drop-off area at Heathrow, the chauffeur would get out of the car, take your bags out of the car, place the bags onto the pavement, and the weighing scales for the bags are built into the pavement, and the ticket is printed by the bollard. So in essence, all of your baggage is already weighed, it's already processed, and before you've got out of the car, your bags have been dealt with. So that's a really great example of like where you've built sort of a beautiful invisible service, which in effect becomes stunning from the customer's perspective, but you never really see it happen. So elegant choreography is one that we try and sort of ask ourselves, how can we deliver this? The second one really is about subversion. And this is a very emotional thing. So if we understand the emotions that someone has, how can we subvert some of those emotions to create something more positive? So a really good example of that was, so there's one example which isn't ours, which is the new insurance, or relatively new insurance company, which is super innovative, which is called Lemonade. So Lemonade are a sort of, they've created a completely digital insurance proposition. So you can insure everything from your house to your shoes, to your cat, to your everything else. But the key component part of what they've done differently is mechanism where there are charities which are linked to the way that they pay and fund their claims. So in essence, what typically happens, people don't like insurance companies because insurance companies don't want to pay out because it affects their profits at the end of the day. And actually customers may make false claims. Therefore, there's always an element of distrust in that relationship. So what they decided to do was to put a charity or a set of charities as in the center of that relationship. So they were saying, we're gonna trust you to say we're going to pay out on these premiums. Okay,